It's the Absent Dad Podcast with T-Bark and Blackie Chad. Serving the realness, don't make them mad. Nah, say how you feel. Communicate freely, that's how you build. Word.
Thank you, sir.
All right, cool. I am Blackie Chad.
T-Bark.
And this is the Absent Dad Podcast. This is our first episode, so bear with us.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. You wanna start? How do we get here? You wanna go that route first?
Well, from my recollection, we was FaceTiming and we was just having a couple conversations where we check in with each other every so often, and we always have these long conversations about life,
everything.
And it was just like, yo, the conversations that we were having is like the things that we think, and it's like sometimes it's different from a different perspective, but it's still like I feel you. Yeah, I got my way of thinking, you got your way, but I feel you and I can understand it, and I feel like I learn from you, and I know you personally, and I respect what you do as far as your life. So to me, it was like, yo, let's just do a podcast. Like we can talk about this. Like,
and people gonna listen.
For
I
sure.
hope they listen. Y'all better listen. But no, it pretty much is what it is. You know, you got that person you talk to. You know, you feed off of. You know, you great minds. You know, back and forth. Like I said, it may not always go the same way.
Right.
But you understand and you respect where they're coming from and their opinion, because we all have different backgrounds, ways of life, how we were brought up. You know, everything's different. Nobody's the same. So just to have that person you can bing, 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 bounce stuff off of.
And it's like, I ain't think of it like that.
Yeah.
You right? Dang,
Yeah.
good looking. So it's destined. It's supposed to happen this way. It's supposed to happen this way.
Exactly. Absent dad. That was you. But I liked it because it's like, I like it because it's a negative play on things. Like, neither of us are absent, but we're absent in the same time. I mean, we'll get to break down the name, but when the name first came about, it was like, yo, absent. I was like, yeah, because people gonna grab that, and they're like, oh, they not in their child's life. I want to listen to what these dudes got to say.
Exactly.
But it's the complete opposite.
Exactly. I think that the idea of our show is to talk about the pros and the cons and the things that we as fathers go through. What we see on a day-to-day basis, what we see, what we don't see, the lack of parenting, mothers, fathers, deadbeats, absent dads,
wives, newlyweds, baby moms. I don't like that term, but baby moms.
Disciplining and moms overcompensating and dads not doing enough.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot.
It's gonna be crazy. So week after week is gonna be topic. We ain't even figure out how many times we gonna drop these joints, 4 times a month or whatever. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna try to start with that 4 times a month. But
I think the biggest key is for us to stick with a topic and stay on that topic the whole show. Yeah. And try not to veer off to another side where we get away from our actual topic. So absent dad, I gotta throw this your way first.
Oh, this is just the topic.
Bring the notes out, man. Bring the notes out.
My notes. I got it. No, I wrote it, but yeah, they in there.
Okay.
But
so what you got so far?
Absent. So like, we talked about this. You know, what is absent? He's like, are you absent? Am I absent? And on the surface of things, are you absent? I'm like, no, you're not absent. I'm not absent in my child's life. Right. I'm there, like, you know what I mean? Like, sure. You think of absent dad as absent is, you know, not there, not in that place, not a part of. That's like the definition of absent, and I'm all of those things for my daughter. So initially, you think of an absent dad, you think of a deadbeat dad. They go hand in hand together. I'm like, no way in hell. I'm a absent dad. For sure. I'm in my child's life. Like those who follow me know, like, oh my God, you know me. It is what it is, but that's just not me. But I like to go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Now, this topic is crazy, all right, because it's real deep, and you know nobody wants to be a surface thinker,
right?
So you go to absent dad. I'm like, damn, am I absent dad? Like, I have a mother of child, not a baby mom. I have a mother of child.
Okay.
We split time with my daughter 50-50.
Okay.
She's with me 50% of the time.
Okay.
The other 50% of the time,
she's with her mom.
Am I there?
No.
I'm absent.
You absent.
I am an absent dad.
Right.
There's no way well, and the crazy part about it, I believe all fathers are absent.
I agree.
It's just to what extent are you absent in your child's life? You can't be there 24/7 for your child, or if you have multiple, it's definitely impossible to be there 24/7 for multiple children. So it's like you got games that you might miss because of work. You got special events that something might happen. It's just like you can't be there for your child the whole time. And I'm not there 50% of the time for my daughter, which hurts. Like, I can't kiss my daughter goodnight every night.
For sure.
She don't climb in my bed and go to sleep next to me every night.
Right.
It's only 50% of the time. So it's just like, damn, that's deep. It hurts. But it's like, I mean, it's better for her because nobody wants to be, seen in a situation where it's, Rocky, that's another episode for whatever. Right. But, yeah, so, I mean, I understand it. But yes, I'm an absent dad.
Right, for sure.
It's like deep down, right. I'm an absent dad.
For sure.
Are you an absent dad?
For sure, I'm 100% an absent dad. Now, my situation is a little bit different. I have 3 children, and all of them live with me. And my fiance and I, we all of our kids live together. It is not the shade; it's just the best of both worlds. So, I'm an absent dad. So I might be a little bit more lenient to spending time with my kids where I might not be with them at all times of the day because they with me every day. Yeah. So I might be like, oh, we could do something next week, or we could do something tomorrow, or we could do this something another day. And it's times where I might just come in the man cave and just chill out and be away from them because I need some time to rest. So I'm an absent dad. I'm an absent dad because I'm not always with my kids when I'm with my kids. And people fail to realize that, or some. I don't even think people think about what we're talking about now. It's like, yo, we all lack as parents.
Yeah,
so we lack in some avenue. You might be really good emotionally, but horrible financially, or you might be good financially, but you might be terrible physically. Yeah. So we all lack something, and that's where I try to play, or thought about playing with the absent dad thing, because we're all absent. So this congregation that we're developing can actually help dads come together, cluster together, and become a community and say, dang, I need to do a better job with that.
Exactly.
So I'm here to enlighten people, and people can enlighten me, and vice versa. We can learn from each other, because I'm not the perfect dad. I feed off of you some days and be like, yo, go get your ball, go get your bat. We going to the field. We going to do something. We going to go look at nature. We going to go do one of these things. And it's like, if we start to build a congregation of people like dads united, we could create something crazy. Because I got a lot of different ways I treat my kids or do things with my kids that might be different from others, so we all can learn from each other. This is not an outdo thing. This is not I'm better than you. It's about let's learn from each other and create better livings for our children.
Exactly, because like I said, like he said, it's a lot of things we may see somebody else do, and you're like, I want to try that. You may not be able to do it to that capacity that they're doing it, but you could do somewhat of what they're doing no matter what. Like you said, you might not be there financially to take your kids to X, Y, and Z. But you could take them to the next town over. You could take them. You may not be able to take your kids to the Rocky Mountains, but you could take them to the Poconos.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, you really got to understand, and be able to take what other people are doing and feed off of that and grasp it and make it your own in any aspect of your child's life. Like, it's crazy.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like you overcompensate when you do get your daughter because it's a 50-50? Like the fact of missing her, do you feel like you have time to focus on yourself when you're not with her, and then when you get with her, it's all her?
I guess that's a kind of the plus.
Okay.
The plus thing about being 50-50, like you do get that downtime to yourself. Like, you can focus on yourself. You have time to let your mind wander. Okay. Because if you have any type of kid, like they get into stuff and it's just draining just watching a kid. Like it's mentally draining. You get that break. Like say like the weekends, when it's my weekend, they be like Sunday. I be looking at the clock like, when is her mom coming? Like, what time do I gotta drop her off? It's like, oh my god, like it's almost there. It's like, yo, I'm mentally done. Like, you know what I mean? Because like we get them breaks during the week, but like when it's our weekend, it's like, it's like, all right. But back to the question. No, I don't overcompensate. I focus on her. Like I got a great mother of child. we got great plans.
Okay.
So it's things that she do that we got to do as a team. Like,
Okay.
there's no other choice. Like, so I got to read her letters. We got to go over her letters. So it's like, all right, it's time to do that. It's time to do this. And then the rough part is I got to get in her backside sometimes. Like, yo, you don't whine. That's not how you get your way. Go sit in timeout. Take a timeout. You know what I mean? I used to laugh at timeouts, but like
I'm laughing in my head, but I'm just learning.
I'm like that's for the other people. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, my daughter only 3, and I kind of use a timeout, not as a timeout, but it's like 2-3 minutes. Like, yo, she get all hyper and crying. It's like, yo, go take a timeout, relax, calm down. You can come back. Okay. And we could go right back to business. It's not necessarily a timeout like, go sit there and be in timeout. It's a go calm down, relax, take a break, take a breather.
So what's amazing about your situation is you have a great mother of child. Now, why do you say mother of child? Why don't you like baby mom or baby mama?
I'm just trying to be respectful. I don't think it's a problem because it is what it is. Like, my baby mom. Like, right. I don't. But if she don't like the term, I respect her and not use the term. Like, it's a respect thing. That
so you made it seem like you had this far-fetched idea of why a woman should be called the mother of child
because she's
a baby mama.
Because she's the mother of my child.
But you made it seem like this was your doing. This is her doing in respect.
Don't take away from me and my manhood on an absent dad. We supposed to be a unit.
I'm just saying.
We're going to this the first episode.
Saying, I had my Malcolm X on the whole demeanor. Like, wow, why does this guy not call his baby mom?
Because like baby mom is like has a negative connotation behind it. Like everybody, it's like a negative view. Like everybody in the situation, like you like that. They call it baby mom. Is I'm a baby mom. It's like almost like the B word. Right. It's just like yo, she you know what I mean. It's not the case at all. We make things work. Like she don't like something. You know what I mean? Kind of respect it.
Okay.
But if I slip up, it's not my fault.
Okay.
It's Buddha's fault.
Wow, that's crazy.
Man, yeah, so like your situation. So you got a better situation here. Now
that's subjective. That's opinion. But
my fault. Let's a better situation because you get to see your kids more often than I do because you're in a better situation.
So all right. So let me ask you a question. Would you take my position if you had a chance? No, as far as the mother of child possibly working and actually creating a household together.
Yeah, why not? I mean, because at the end of the day, that's what we're working towards anyway. When we find anybody.
Okay.
I mean,
maybe not. Okay, we're not. We won't leave that for another day.
Yeah.
All right. So I idolize your situation. Like I got a friend who, he gets his daughter 7 days straight, and then his mother of child get her 7 days straight. Excuse me. I idolize that because it's so much power in that.
Yeah.
Because he can focus on his daughter that 7 days. And then when he don't have her, he can focus on him and creating himself. So by the time he come back to her, he's refreshed. He's ready to do so much more. And they spend the world together. Me, I love my situation. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes I wish that like I didn't have an obligation of coming home every day, not to go party, but to just come home and just relax and just focus on me. Because a lot of times we create a lifestyle for our children, and I focus on my children first. They're primarily my first goal. But a lot of times you don't get to learn yourself until they're out of the house.
That's true. That's true.
In some ways. Now, some people focus on their kids and them, and they can balance it off. But with all of the things that I'm trying to do with my life, I put certain things to the back burner for them. Yeah. So it's very stressful. And shout out to all of the single parents. Shout out to the parents who who are together and are doing it, the co-parents, because it is a struggle. I respect to go to work at 6 a.m. Some days you could be at work and just get hammered. It'd be so much work, you're so tired, and then you get to the house and you gotta do homework, you gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta help the kids get the clothes ready for the school the next day. You ain't even wash up yet.
All right, now I feel like you just like adding all these negatives to your situation to try to make it seem like you trying to, you know, put one up on a pedestal and was
I'm just seeing like on the outside.
But now, what you missing is you got that opportunity to come home. See me, like Journey, like that's my daughter.
Right.
That's my world.
Right.
So like when I know I gotta go get her, I know I'm coming home to her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm in a better place mentally, physically,
right.
emotionally, the whole nine.
Right.
It's like days that I don't have her, I'm just like, all right. Like what it is. Like
right.
what can I do today?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a break. It's a break. It's a relief, but it's still like, damn, I wonder what she doing.
Right.
FaceTime her.
Right.
Oh, FaceTiming. Okay. It's like,
all right.
I'd rather touch your face than FaceTime you. You know what I mean?
So I think so are you saying it depends on your lifestyle and what you've created without her?
You can say that.
Okay.
But it's just, I just rather see her every day.
Okay.
And I feel like that seeing her, whether I'm tired or I'm done, I'm beaten, I just want to, because I still get her on those days that I'm like that, and it's just like, all right, at the end of the day, we're going to go there, we're going to go to sleep a little early tonight. You know what I mean?
I think one of the biggest problems with me is I want to be perfect for my children. And I don't want them to see the flaws of, daddy. And I'm like, yo, go sit down. Like, I just got in the house. I don't want them to see me in the aspect of being tired and beat.
Yeah, like you need a break.
Like I need a break.
Then you need a break from them on top of.
Exactly. It's not them. It's his daddy is tired.
Yeah,
and kids, 7. My daughter is 9. My son is 7. And then the youngest one, Blake, is 1. So when I come to the door, they like, daddy. And I was talking to my barber one day. He said, I got a lot of pressure because I work 9 in the morning, 9 at night. When I get to the door, before I even walk in the door, he stretches his shoulders, go, woo, and re-up on himself just to recoup himself to get ready to come in the house to his kids saying, daddy. And it's like, yo, sometimes it's too much. You want to hit that panic button. Yo, but I understand. I just don't want them to see me unperfect. Like, I want them to say, when they see me, they like, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be turned up with daddy. We're going to have a great time. But I understand it got to be a balance. But I just look at the situation of like, yo, if they was at their mom house for a week and they was with me a week, when they're at their mom house for that week, I can write a book.
Right.
I can, handle the paperwork. I can fill out job applications. I can go to meet and greets. I can do the things that I need to do that they don't have to worry about. So when they come, it's all you. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I can focus on this. And I'm not even talking about to be an eligible bachelor and everything like that because I'm in a committed relationship. So, but I'm just saying it in the aspect of if she hear this. But I'm just saying, like, I look at that situation.
Pretty sure she's gonna listen to it.
Right? I hope so.
Yo, if she don't listen to it, you know what you gotta do, right? All right.
Figure out how I can.
But like you said, you want to be perfect. But like I think that's the biggest thing for a father to understand. There's no perfect father.
For sure.
Like it's just that is just like something that's just can't happen. Like you can't, like, for one, you have to go to work. Like, yo, if you were a perfect father, you'd be with your youngin 24/7, making sure they whatever. It can't happen.
It's tough.
It can't happen.
It's tough. I mean, you want to be perfect. It's not even the desperation to be perfect. You just want to be your whole self. Like, look, a well-rested, no serious obligation of work. You want to be, hey, y'all, let's get up, get some chalk, and let's just write on the wall. Or let's go here, let's go there. You want to be ready for whatever. And life causes you not to have that same energy all of the time.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Back to this absent dad.
Okay.
Was your dad an absent dad?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. We established that all dads are absent dad.
Right.
To what extent was your dad an absent dad?
So my dad was a great dad. My dad was, be respectful to others, do your chores around the house, and good grades in school. We could talk about sex. We can play the game all night. I used to watch Baby Boy with the sex scenes with my pop. I would watch all of those things with my father. I don't know if he was like that with all of us or he was like that with me because he knew who I was. I can't say anything my dad did was bad because it made me who I am. Absent dad. I can't because I'm at the point now where everything he did, I've learned lessons of. Like, I would come home and have to wash like 5-6 duffel bags full of dirty clothes because my dad had a lot of clothes, and that was my job. And I'm carrying them on my back to the under the L to the laundromat to wash his clothes, and I'm like, yo, I'd be at my mom's house, and then I come home, it'd be a sink full of dishes. I ain't even been here in 3 weeks doing them dishes. It's like, yo, I wasn't even here, so I hated them at that time.
Yeah.
But now that I look at it as they might have ran through the crib and messed the crib up. Like, I'm not going to do the dishes because they not there. So my dad was a disciplinarian in a way where his voice was like scary, and I was scared of my father. So that's one thing I believe in. I think your kids should be scared of you. Because when I used to do things, I would be thinking to him like, yo, if I get caught doing this, what are you gonna do? If I do this. Real. What are you gonna do?
Cause like I feel like I'm the same way,
right?
Cause I knew my limits.
Right.
I'm like I knew my limits to get in trouble. I knew my limits to get on punishment,
right?
And I knew my limits to get my ass whooped. Exactly. Look. I seen my brother cross those ass whooping limits plenty of times. I was like, I'm never going there.
Exactly.
Like, I'm never going there.
You learn from other people's mistakes. And
exactly.
I
was like, yeah.
So I mean, I can't. My dad made sacrifices. And as a mature kid now, I can't say he did nothing wrong. I can't say he did nothing wrong because everything he did or didn't do, and nothing was malicious. It built me, and our relationship is crazy, and I see why he did what he did. And he wasn't perfect. Nobody is. But I learned so much from my dad. I seen negative stuff my dad did. I seen positive stuff my dad did. But it all made me say, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do that. And that's just it. I mean, the evolution of life, the evolution of parenting for me is everything that you like about your parent, you keep. Everything you dislike about your parent, you throw away, and you become a better evolution of them. Yeah. So I think the elevation is supposed to, increase every generation. So like, I got nothing but respect for my dad. My dad did what he had to. He stepped up in situations. The fact that I know my dad, I live with my dad, I can play ball with my dad. He would beat me in basketball every time and never let me win. That was something that made me stronger. And my whole life, I just wanted to prove to him that I can beat him. I was blessed. I can't really say nothing that was bad because it made me who I am. So if I'm not pressing the issue, you let me know. But
that's
so. What about your pop?
Mine's a little bit different.
Okay.
It's a little bit. I'm not gonna say deeper but it's deep in the aspect that my father is like my role model, my idol, because it's deep. Because like my dad, did whatever you want to call him, I don't know, boy, boy locked up in California somewhere. I don't know him from a can of paint.
So you're saying your father?
But I had a father since I was a baby.
Okay,
like you know what I mean, and he's been in my life since I was a baby. Was he an absent father? Of course, we all absent.
Right, we're all absent.
We're all absent. Now growing up, like you said, I got my back, all of that, but my dad did great things to raise me as a man, and why he's my idol is because like he didn't have to. He took the responsibilities of somebody else, man. And then I look back. I could look in the mirror today, and like the person I am is because of him.
Right.
That's deep.
Right.
Like you know what I mean. He didn't have to do that.
Right.
So like I look back on that. But now growing up, he was absent as hell, but it was for a good reason.
Okay.
He worked 12 to 12. You know what I mean? Right. But you can ask my friends. I was low-key spoiled. Right. I had stuff that people didn't have.
Right.
But when it was Friday nights at football games, my dad wasn't there. He was at work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the sacrifices he made for me.
Okay.
Like Friday nights, of course, I'd be upset that, he didn't make all my games in high school. He didn't do everything perfect. But now I'm older, I look back, I'm like, I see why. Like, it was sacrifices that had to be made to get me certain things, to get me to understand. And I'm like, damn, that's deep. So, and I look back, and like I said, like you said, you scared of him. I'm scared of him. I seen my dad beat the shit out of my brother. I'm talking about, whoo!
Right.
And I just look, I said, yeah, I'm never going to go there. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, like is your older brother or younger brother?
Older brother.
Okay.
So I'm just like, you know what I mean? And and beyond, like my dad pushed me to do things that he didn't do. Like, you know, what I mean, he didn't graduate from high school.
Okay.
My older brother didn't graduate from high school.
Okay.
My mom graduated from high school, but it's like, yo, I started to do things that, you know, nobody immediately in my life was doing, and I was, you know what I mean, trying to top him. Like, that's why I look back on my dad and everything he did for me, like you said, all the bad stuff you throw away, which isn't much, and all the good stuff you keep. He gave me a lot of good stuff. So I'm like, so me to top my dad is like, dang, I got to put in this work. And that's your goal. You should always want to be a better parent than your parent was to you, because that's like, that should be like a goal of parenting.
So step away from him not being your biological father. Do you feel like, if you can really like recollect, do you say you gave him a lot of passes due to the fact that he didn't have to do what he did, or he was just like great? Like, if he was your biological father, you wouldn't have no problems with nothing he did.
Yeah. No, he was just great.
Okay.
It is what it is.
So, at what age did you start playing football?
Had to be like the second, third grade.
All right, and you said he's been in your life since how old?
Since I was a baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, did you care that he was missing those games at a younger age?
No, he was there at a younger age. This is more so like when I was older.
Okay.
I mean, it really was. I was in high school.
Right.
I was grown. You know what I mean? Like, he came to some games, but it's like, you know, some games he couldn't make it.
So by the time he couldn't make it, you were understanding like that at work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
cool.
I had stuff, you know, in my closet. You know what I mean? I had stuff in the garage that people. I had a car. You know what I mean? In high school.
You had a garage?
Yeah, I had a garage, bro.
That's lit.
Bro, you didn't have a garage, bro?
No.
You had two houses though. I had one.
I mean,
if you wanna go to, you had two sinks of dishes. I only had one.
So all right, let's rewind though, from what I was saying. Let's rewind. With my dad, I moved around a lot, like a whole lot. Like, we were like moved around a lot. But now, the reason why I say maybe when I was younger, I had a problem with it because I was missing friends, or I was going these moving. Yo, what's up? Hey, don't really want to get to know you because I'm about to move soon, probably. But the reason why I am okay with it now is because when I go to any hood, I know somebody.
Yeah, that's
I've met. Yo, remember or I know you from somewhere. But it also made me become a more friendly person, and a person who can have a conversation with just about anybody due to the fact that I moved around so much. I mean, I lived in Kensington where it was whites, blacks, Spanish. That was one area. Then I was in the hood where it was just all black people. I was in the area where it was nothing but more so elderly people. And I was in the area where it was nothing but baby's kids. So I was able to adapt to multicultural areas to be who I am today. So I can't fault him for that. Would I want to stay stable and say I'm from this hood? Like, I can't say that I'm from no hood because I moved around a lot. So we got to say, all right, where did you live the longest? Or where did you live first? Or where did you live that you liked the most? Or what set you claim?
Where'd you live when you graduated high school?
Exactly. Like,
what high school you graduate from?
With who broke your virginity? And these are the questions that I have. But I don't know if it shunned me from having an identity or creating an identity, because I was just able to be in any area. Like, play baseball in this area. They was playing hockey over here. I might not be good at this, but I'm aware of it, I know it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, man, our parents ain't, yes, they sometimes they planned this, sometimes they didn't, but he did the best that he could do.
Yeah,
he did the best that he could do.
He made lemonade.
I think when I think of lemonade, I think of Beyonce. So I can't. Shout out to the Beehive. I don't want no smoke. I want this podcast to do well.
Yeah, because I was about to say you done shot it.
Yeah, that joint and Carrie Wilson and Chris
before we even hit the water.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want no smoke. Shout out to the Beehive. I love all her songs. But yeah, like, I think he did what he had to do, and I think he, I wouldn't have anything I have now if it wasn't for him.
Nah, that's true. That's true. That's deep.
So, how can I ask this question? Did you ever yearn for your real father?
Oh, that's deep, but no, that's crazy. Because, like, I vividly remember my father asking me, yo, do you want to go see him? Like, I could take you there.
Okay.
no. Like, it was straight. I was just like, no.
And what age were you at this point?
Like, had to be, this is probably when I was young.
Okay.
I was young. I remember.
12, 16?
No. I was probably younger than that. Yeah, it was probably like 6, 7. Like, I knew what was going on and I knew what was what. Okay. But it was still like, nah. And it was crazy because I think he asked me that and told me that because he told me to wash it. It's crazy how you remember things from a child. He told me to wash the dishes one time. And I didn't want to do it. So I looked at him and said, you ain't my dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, I'm just trying not to do the dishes.
Right.
But in his eyes and in my like, I'm older now, so I understand. I cut deep over some dishes. I'm like, I didn't mean to. Right. Like, it wasn't even meant to be like that. I was just trying to avoid doing the dishes. Like, you ain't my dad. And that was a big thing. I cried. And, he came out and talked to me. We talked. If you want to go see him, you know what I mean?
Okay. I ain't your dad. All right, cool. We're going to go see him.
And now I'm older. I look at him, I'm like, damn, he probably was like, oh, I ain't your dad, but I'll take you to go see that nigga. Right. Man. You know what I mean?
Show you how he living.
Yeah, I'll show you how he living. You know what I mean? But, I mean, he may not, but I know it came from a good place. But yeah, nah, I didn't.
So you didn't get disciplined for that in an abusive way?
No. So I think it was more of an emotional thing, right? High. It was like, all right, let's everybody.
Because that probably crushed him, and he probably had to swallow a lot of pride. Like, yo, if I could hit you as hard as I want to, it'll probably kill you because you just hurt my feelings on some stuff. Like parents don't show it much.
Yeah,
but that right there would be like,
really? Like, oh,
you're my dad. You expect this?
And it's crazy because, like, everything he did for me, you really gonna say this now over some dishes? Like, over some dishes, I don't feel like doing them.
Right. So you feel like that was the time when you tested him?
I ain't gonna say I tested him because I never tested him. That's just like I told you. I learned from other people's mistakes. I seen what he was capable of, and that was good. And that was the lesson. All the lesson I needed. Like, I seen what he was capable of with my older brother. I'm like, yeah, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. It was one. I ain't care. Like, one time I'm in the living room playing video games with my homie. All you hear is sound. When you got this shoe in the dryer, it's just one shoe. So times that by 10, you hear the laundry room going down, and you hear my brother just storm upstairs and go to his room.
Oh, you had a laundry room?
Oh my God.
You had a laundry room?
Yo, so he go upstairs, right, to his room.
He ain't admitted, though. He ain't say nothing about it. Anyway.
So, like I said, my dad worked hard. He worked a lot. Okay. You know what I mean? He gave me things that, you know what I mean? Right. So now, why you think Journey got what she got?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because my dad gave me that. I got to one-up him.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It was definitely a hard road to get to where I'm at today. Like, I've been through some things. Like, I was on couches.
Right.
I was at, addicts and, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I've been to the bottom. I slept. You know what I mean? I don't care. But it just made me want that even more. But that's neither here nor there. Like I was saying, like I seen what he was capable of. Didn't matter. I was like, you know what? I don't want no smoke. I was good. I was literally good. Like we would wrestle. Like you said you play ball. Which, like my dad was into wrestling. So you know what I mean, he was wrestling. And mind you, my dad He was like 350. He was.
So what you mean wrestling? Like UFC or like WWE?
Like real wrestling.
Oh, all right. Like,
cool. Like high school. Like I wrestled for a little bit. Yeah.
All right, cool. So it was like a grapple.
Yeah.
Cool. With the
so like he 350.
Okay.
I was, a young boy. He'd always just do it and just lay there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay. I got to high school and then boop, boop, boom. He was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, you ain't fucking with the young boy no more. And I was just.
So how did that feel though? That was like the Mufasa take over the.
It was. I think that was the time he was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna fuck with the young boy no more." But I was still scared of my pop,
right?
Because he had a gun, and I was in high school. I didn't have a gun,
right?
And I know what a bullet can do, so I was like, I was good.
Right.
I wasn't gonna test this gangster,
right?
But if I catch him in the streets and he had that piece, like, yo, I got you, old man. Like, you better fall back. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, I might get the head at the table.
I mean, for me, I don't even think about like trying to test my father or anything like that. But it's like, if it ever came to that, for me, it would be more of a, now it's not fear. It's more of a respect thing. Like, oh, he could sneak me right now. I'm gonna just take a walk and just walk off because I'll probably be crying, probably be mad, but like it's just a level of respect for me for my father. Like certain things I just don't do. I don't drink around my father. I don't curse around my father, even though I can. I'm grown, but it's just like certain things, certain levels. My dad is the same. We have the same age difference from now to when I was 4, and he was his age now, or his age when however many years apart we are to each other. But I just got a level of respect for my father that like I would never cross no line where I would even think about it. Now, can he beat me in basketball? No. I crush him. He can't see me in basketball no more.
All he do is shoot jumpers, huh?
It's crazy is like I'm like relatively short when it comes to the idea of like the NBA. So all my life I've been this size. I've been like 5'11", 6 foot all my life. So when I was in the 5th grade, I was super tall. But I always played like a big man because my dad wanted to be like my dad. So I'm down in the paint, dribbling, But as I got older, and I used to play pickup games with my dad when I was 14, and I was playing with dudes 30, 40, I became a point guard.
Yeah.
So, like, I always wanted to be a big man, even when I was shorter. Like, when I got to high school and everybody was 6'4", 6'5", and I always wanted to play down low, and I still got that mentality from my father. I seen my father be out there, and everybody be like, yo, your pop is nice, your pop is nice. And I wanted to be like him. And to this day, I still, want to play down low. And I'm going to teach that to my son, and then my son hopefully teaches to his. But the cycle, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed because there's a lot of people that don't have what neither one of us have.
Yeah, that's real.
You super blessed because the obligation that that your dad didn't have to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's big. That's big facts. Like,
For sure.
I'd be like, that's a blessing in itself. Like, because I could have been anywhere in the world.
For sure.
Like, I could have been doing anything.
Right.
Like, people could have been wearing a hoodie for me. Like, you don't know. Like, because like fatherless children is real. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like the legit real absent dads is real. Like, they causing problems out here. That's the real problem. That's the real problem. That's the real problem. The real deep down the real.
So you think that's the top of the pyramid and everything under that follows? So mom overcompensating or mom being too sensitive, all of that is because dad ain't there.
All of that because of real absent dads. It's not there 0% of the time. Yeah.
So can we classify them as deadbeats?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They don't get the absent father title because we're absent. We're absent dads. So the deadbeats.
Deadbeats. They are
negligent, not around. Dads. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure we can go in on the whole episode on them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna save it. We're not
gonna
dig
too deep. Too deep. Yeah. Trying to think, for the first pilot, I just want to think like more about like, my father and like, my children. I'm trying to think like, all right. So I had my first child at 19. It's my daughter. I had her at 19. Then 2 years later, I had Chad. And then 2013 or 14, I had my daughter. She passed away. And then I had Blake in 2016. So me, I'm flat out done. I'm focusing on these, and that's it, man. Because
you getting snipped?
She got her tubes tied, and
I wasn't sure if it was too personal, but yeah.
And I'm going to do it too. And the reason why I'm going to do it. You all right?
Something in my eye.
Something, yeah. You ain't getting snipped.
Cause like if you got one, all right. You need 1 + 1 to equal, 2, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever. If one is out of there, you can't get a 2. Okay. So what you want to go 0 for 0 for? Like you like double trying to make sure that it don't happen. Like,
all right. So I'm gonna say this. So your level of respect for your mother of child. You respect her wishes of not being called a baby mom because it seems disrespectful.
Got you.
So we made a decision based on the fact that we lost a child and that it was best for us to not have any more kids after Blake came. Mm-hmm. We actually planned for Blake. We planned for all our kids actually, but we planned for Blake.
You was 19 planning for kids?
Yeah.
That's deep.
So
you was at another level. I commend you for that.
I'll tell you the story that I had about that in a second. But so it was like, all right, let's and she had got 4 kids. So she had got 4 C-sections.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not good to keep going in there.
Yeah.
We never had a baby come out the regular way. So it was more of a health thing, and it was beneficial for us to not do that because maybe we might have 1 or 2. So for me, we had a conversation about it, and she was like, if we ever break up and we're not together, you better not have no more kids on me. So I'm like, I wouldn't have no more kids. I don't want no more kids because my thing is I want all my kids by the same person. I see too many people that go through, pick this kid up. Why you ain't get this kid? Oh, you got this kid, some sneaks you ain't. So I don't want to. I want to alleviate all that by having all my kids by one person.
Shade.
Huh?
You good. Go ahead.
So in that regard, it was like, yo, if we do break up, like, that would really hurt her in the sense of like,
I mean,
I probably wanted more kids, but I can't. And so for me, I don't want to be selfish. So I'm like, all right, I get snipped too. And that's because I just want to show you that I love you and that like, it's going to be tough for the next lady if there is, God forbid there isn't, but I'm not having no more kids with nobody else. That's just something that was sacred for me and her. That's just like, you get a tattoo with somebody else forever. That's OD to go over there and try to cover it up.
No, that's deep.
So I just respect her wishes in that regard. So
no, that's deep.
That's just.
You didn't. Yeah.
So I know if you're trying to have more kids, I understand it. But for me, I just don't want none of those issues.
I do want more, so I think I'm not gonna be able to fall into that category.
Okay.
Having all mine by the same person.
Okay.
But one of these days when I find the right one,
okay,
I think we'll probably go at it a little bit different. Make sure that this probably be the last one. Right. You know what I mean? But that's another blessing though, and another gift about us because we're 2 different people. We got 2 different situations. Mm-hmm. We're not about to come at this and give you something from one angle. It's about to be 2 different angles. Like oh yeah, that's good for you. Right, but I'm gonna need to have me some more kids. Right. And it's not. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could have them all by one person. Right. You know what I mean? That's what you want. Nobody want to be like, oh, I got 4 baby moms. Nobody wants that. I hope nobody wants that. But
do you know? Because it's actually like I actually like maybe in the last 2 months. No, I'm gonna say since maybe like February, I've just stopped counting my daughter that passed away. So people like, how many kids you got? I'd be like 4. They be like, okay. They take a deep breath and they be like, they all by the same person? I'm like, yes. Like, why is that always a question? Like, I know it's like one of those Pokemon that you never see.
It's because you're black.
It might be, but it's just like, yes, all my kids are by the same person. And they'd be like, how old are your kids? And I'd be like 9, 7, and then I'd be like 1. And then be like, but you said you had 4. Then it's like, dang, how old would she be? And it's like, all right, she would be 3. So I would be like 9, 7, 3, and 1. But it's like now I've become a person who've created closure from it. Mm-hmm. And I just don't count it no more. And it made me like when I didn't count it, or when I don't count it, it make me feel like I'm trying to forget about her. Mm-hmm. But I just know my heart. So I just be like 3 kids. You know what I mean? If we get into a deep conversation, they be like, I lost a kid or something like that. I'm like, well, I lost one too. That's something that I could talk to them about. Mm-hmm. But I try to keep people out of that aspect because
when you say that, you open up windows. Yeah.
You okay?
You
what
open
happened?
up doors.
How old was she? And when she passed away, man, you would hear the most dumbest questions or the most dumbest sayings. Like, oh, I'm sorry you lost your daughter, but you got more kids, right?
Like, what that got to do with anything?
What do that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Yo, really? Like,
people
wait, what?
Like, and I used to like I used to give people so many passes because I'm always giving people passes because it's like I think you really wanted to say something nice, but you didn't know what to say. And sometimes when you tell people something like that, they don't know what to say at all. Yeah, so they just like
that's beyond it. It's like you say, like, did you really say that? Like,
or they like, well. What? Then they want to know what happened. How old was she? Mm-hmm. Was she sick? Dang. And it's like people don't know how to just let stuff go in that aspect. Yeah. So I just leave it alone. But yeah, I don't want any more kids. I see too many people that have issues with the other baby moms and things like that. And sometimes you can have 2 perfect baby moms or mothers of child.
Yeah, mother of children.
But certain things are created.
Yeah.
Like jealousy can be created.
Yeah,
it can be like,
and that's a big thing. Like Like, I used to tell everybody, like, yo, I do what I need to do not to be on that chisel.
Right.
And I wouldn't be on no child support.
That chisel.
I do, that's like, yo, I do whatever I need. Like, I'll take, like, yo, I take L's. Like, it don't even matter, but that's why I'm good at what I'm good at, and we work the way we work, because I know how to take an L, and I don't go at every battle. Like, you don't need, everything doesn't need to be a battle. It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. Like, yeah, you win. We'll figure it out. Just let me get the next one.
So,
like, all right, cool.
Is it because you feel like you have a good mother of child? Because I have problems with that. And I'm not, yeah, I have problems with that. But I feel like if you do have a good mother of child, you can do that. But I just scared of the idea of starting to take advantage. Oh, he don't want to go to child support. He don't want that chiss up, so he gonna do this and do that.
Yeah,
do you feel like,
So
how does that work?
I honestly, I think I got hit with that like once, but it wasn't even that deep. It wasn't on that level. It was
because you ain't want to do the dishes.
Oh wow! No, honestly, like, yeah, because it's gonna be a real honest podcast. Right. Like, it's real. I think it was we was talking about like days or something. And, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know, the schedule she came up with, I was like, you know what I mean? I'm getting Journey like twice, you know what I mean? Right. And in any other situation, like any male, like, that's okay. But that's not okay with me. Like, right. Yo, you know, we win it 50%. Like, we do everything 50%. I want my daughter 50% of the time. So it was like that. And then it was just like a smaller comment. Well, like, well, we can go through the court system and you know what they gonna do. It was like, I was like,
you busted
like, you know what I did. You know what I did. Let me tell my mama. Let me tell my mama. Right. But nah, my mom is cool. She don't get into all that. She's like, you know, just calm down. Right. Bro. It's just not, you know, I mean, it'll all work out. And it's like, damn, that's not how I'm sure. You just gotta be like, what? Mm-hmm. But nah, my mom was cool. She was the voice of reason. You know what I mean? But I was just like, it hurt because, like, at the end of the day, like, the system is fucked up.
Right.
Cause she's right. Like, I'm gonna take a L.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm never trying to take that L. Like, I'll take these small L's.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I'll lose the battle just to win the war, and I'm okay with that. And I feel like we both win in the war. You know what I mean? We take L's on certain little battles here and there, but we both win in the war. So that's the big thing.
So
here we go.
Are y'all do y'all got a great relationship where that can happen? Like, what's the relationship like? She can come over, y'all have something to eat with your daughter, or it's just like,
nah, I mean, we used to be like cool like that, but now it's really just like focus on Journey. Like, we both just focus on Journey.
Right.
Like, she may come over and like see I cooked and then run through my food real quick and then dip. Right. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, just run each. Like, so, you know, I'd be sitting on the couch. You know, I can't move right now because I broke. So I'd be looking. She's just running through my food. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, but we still got that level of respect and coolness. Like, it's no type of beef. It's no bad blood whatsoever.
Right.
We straight cool. Like,
so let me ask you this: did y'all get to that point from the rip when y'all felt like y'all relationship wasn't working, or it took time to get to that?
No, it took time.
Okay.
You know, you do this, you do that. Oh, you did me dirty here. I did you dirty there. Right. Oh, you know, it's like it's a build up, and then it's just like finally, like, all right, yo, this just not going. It's not going to be able to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just so we just like, you know, as a respect.
So was it a respect thing of like, I know he's a good dad, so I'm not going railroad him.
I hope so.
I don't want to take your side in all these avenues because it could make seem like I'm.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, like, I don't ever want to. You know, it's never gonna be like a side. It's just gonna be real. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna come up here and lie, but like I said, nah. It's we cool.
Okay, right.
We good money. Like I said, you get a good mother of child. Is everything else I lucked up. Right. I just got lucky. Right. You know what I mean? It may be because I'm doing what I need to be. I don't got to worry about nothing.
Right. But
like I said, I got lucky. So she do what she need to do. I do what I need to do, and we work. It's like Millie. It's 30.
So every day for me, it's an uphill battle, and I'm learning still. It's like I'm trying to.
So when you say uphill battle, like, what do you mean? Can you break down the uphill? Because I feel like it was like something behind it that could be.
No, I mean, first of all, a lot of people don't know, right? That is a lot of pressure being a man.
This is true.
Especially for me, I feel like I'm not discrediting anybody else, but it's like I'm thinking about entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about work. I'm thinking about being a family man. I'm thinking about being a fiance. I'm thinking about being a coach to one of my sons. I'm thinking about, being a coach to my daughter. I'm thinking about how to separate time and give them all enough time, how to be together with just them, then together with her and them. Focus on get on me. Like, it's so many things that I think about in my mind as a man. And it's tough because sometimes I might lack in the area. And she gotta get on me, and I'll be like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. But they say you should want a woman who's something more resembles your mother. And she be at me sometime, and it's like, yo. So now what I'm doing is figuring out the things that upset her the most, and I'm trying to do them and get them out of the way, right? So now it's like,
yo,
I wash Blake up, she wash Blake up, we switch off with that. But I honestly can say we've really been getting better with communicating. And I realized I don't want to put more on her than she can bear. Mm-hmm. Like, she just started going back to work. She was out of work for a while. So in my mind, I was just thinking, and this is this first time I'm ever talking about this, but I'm thinking, like, I go to work, I come home, I shouldn't have to do nothing because I've been at work all day and you was in the house. Now, she ain't no bum lady who doesn't want to work. We was just going through some other things, and she was trying to figure out if she wanted to go back to school or whatever, but I was holding everything down. But over time, it's like, yo, I'm not trying to do nothing in this joint. Like, but one day I had the kids. She went out of town or she went somewhere, and I had the kids to myself. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is this?
Bro, I got one, so I already know what it is.
So it's like, yo, I got to do more. And it's like, yo, she like, I'm tired. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And then what really made me pick up, I've been picking up since like November. Excuse me. I've been picking up since November, And that's when she started working again. And like, I'm like, it would be disrespectful to not do nothing in the crib when she working and I'm working. Yeah. You working and I'm working. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Back to teamwork now.
Back to teamwork.
It's a team. Yeah.
So I wash him up. It's like crazy. I wash him up. I don't want him to slip on the floor, so I put his towel on and then carry him to the floor, to the carpet, and he run to her. She lotion him down, put his pamper on, and it's
so y'all got an assembly line for your 1 year
old? It seemed like that though, but to be honest, it became a Bluetooth connection where it's nothing to talk about. It just happened. Yeah. And then she be like, hand me a pamper. I'm like, cool. He'll come back, get the pamper. Daddy, I want the pamper. Give him the pamper. He go back in there. I go downstairs. I'm signing homework for my son, talking to my daughter on the couch, going to check rooms to make sure rooms is clean. She coming downstairs. She cooked. I'm putting the food away. Then there's days where she let me rock. Like if the Eagles or the Sixers are on, you do your thing. I'll handle everything because I've seen her do everything by herself, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for everything that she's doing because she's a queen. And the least I could do is help her, man. And it takes so much stress off of her, and I don't gotta hear her nagging me, man. Like,
I would say, I swear, everything is a balance, and everything comes like with a gift and a curse. Like, I hear you talk about it, I'm like, damn, I wish I had that. But then I'm like, damn, then you got to deal with the nagging. It's like, I don't got to deal with that.
But
it's like, you be like, you be like,
But I watched something, and this pastor said that women don't nag. I'm like, what? You probably like, what?
Yeah. So go ahead. But yeah, it's always a but. I was like, we waiting for the but.
But he was saying that women don't nag. Women only call you up on the things that you promised or the things that you say. You tell her, I'm going to be in the house at 10:30. She calling you at 10:45, like, where you at? You like, yo, man, I'll be there when I'm there. But, like, where you at, though? I don't even know where you at. I'll be there. Because a lot of times we don't even be doing that. We just don't be wanting to be clocked.
Stop going to that church. Women nag.
No, bro. Like, listen, it makes sense. If you tell her 10 o'clock and she agreed to it, or y'all agree to 10 o'clock, you come in the house at 10 o'clock, she ain't gonna nag about nothing.
I hear you.
She ain't gonna nag about nothing. Now, if she just, I think it's a difference between like nagging, if that's what you want to call a woman, in a good way, right? I know that's going back on what I said, but let's just say that a woman nags me because I told her I'm gonna be in the house at 10 o'clock and I come in at 10:45. Mm-hmm. The woman that you might essentially think is a nag might be somebody who's a complainer or somebody who's never satisfied. Yeah. And I would like to put them in that category. But I think if you do what you're supposed to do, not what you're supposed to do. If you do what you agree to, I don't think you should have those problems. I think you'll be able to evaluate it better.
That's true too. I can agree with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? But all of that, Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. It's like, yo, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing what I said I'm gonna be doing. You a nag. You a nag. That's a nag. But like the ideology of women nag, I listen to the pastor and I believe him, but I ain't going to his church. But I don't know. So is it worth it though? Like, it's like are y'all done? Like, is it worth it to try again? No, we had this conversation before.
I think that's done. Like, you know, she's somewhere else. Okay. You know, happy. You know what I mean? And that's fine. We don't get into all that no more. You know what I'm saying? We just.
So y'all never tried to put Maxwell on and go.
No. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that. Nah, cool. It was this one time.
It's like, one time at band camp.
I'm joking. Nah, we strictly cool. Like I said, we co-parents. I like to say co-parents of the year. You know what I'm saying? We might have a blueprint. We might write a book.
Okay.
I'm joking. Don't come looking for no book by me and her.
Hey man, you might be on the back book. She might be on the front because y'all can't sit close to each other. You know how in the book they be like, no, you on the back, she on the front.
Why can't I be on the front?
I mean, shout out to the Beehive, man. The Beehive said, "Who run the world?
Girl."
Exactly. So
I know that's right.
I don't want no smoke with that aspect, man. But like, we could, yo, my lady, So I got like, and I feel bad saying this, but I got like 12 pet peeves, dog.
No, but you know what's funny? Did you ever see we're going way off topic, but real quick.
Right.
You ever see the video of the girl who like eat the pickle in the microphone and she's just crunching? You gotta watch that. It's
crickets.
It's weird, bro. No, it's really weird.
Right.
But go ahead, continue. My fault for crunching ice.
It's cool. Like, I just, like, we gotta put it on the wall. It's like 10 things that I have a pet peeve of. Chewing like taffies. Like my son, Chad, he'll get one of those big old Lucky Charms Jones. Soon as he put it in his mouth, and it's like scratching the chalkboard to me. I automatically turn to the furious dad. Yo, stop chewing that. Chewing ice, touching plastic bags, like playing with like chip bags, and just like bro. I'll be ready to get out of here. Like,
listen, you remember, keep going, because remember early in the episode when you said you were looking for the things to get under your significant other's skin, like you giving her the blueprint.
No, but all right. So this is where the respect comes in. Let's get back on topic, right? This is where the respect comes in. She knows that upsets me on a different level. That's uncontrollable. I don't want to have these pet peeves. Like, I don't want a pet peeve. Nobody wants a pet peeve. But is it something you can't control? Like, if somebody like talking to me and they like, I can't take nobody smack his food just coming out the mouth. I can't take it. I shut down.
That's hilarious.
So she respects it, but come on, bro. We've been together 10 years. A dime. So I know, that's good. I know all of the things that she don't like.
You 28?
Me? I just turned 29 last week. 29. Yeah. So I know all the things she don't like.
So I'm sorry, but I'm like I'm a numbers guy.
Okay.
So you had your first at 19. Y'all been together 10 years.
Right. I'm 29.
That's 10 years.
Exactly.
You said you was planning, so y'all started planning for a child right out the gate?
Oh, a woman has an idea of her wedding at 14. That's what I was told. So I had a plan first. And a woman wants a man with a plan. And you bring it to their attention, that's what happens. Listen, my idea was I wanted to have my children when I was young. So that way we can experience the world together young.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm 19 years older than my daughter. So that means when I'm 38, she'll be 19. She ain't gonna want to be around me at 19. She might be at Harvard or Yale or community college or just doing her own thing. So that's enough time for her to get out the way, and me and my lady to enjoy the world, because I feel like we add so much value to being parents. I mean, we focus, not add value, but we focus so much on being parents that we lose ourselves, man, bro. it's time. Somebody be like, yo, I want the kids this weekend. We be like, all right, bet. You want the kids? All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We drop them kids off, come back in the house, sit on the couch and be like, yo, put law and order on.
Yeah, what you trying to do? Nothing.
Chill.
I'm trying to chill.
Chill. We don't even do nothing.
Decompress.
We don't do nothing. We don't do nothing. We don't know what to do. We old people. Like, we barely go out together. So that was just been our plan. Our plan was to have kids early, get out of college, find somewhere to work, save up some money, buy a house, and focus on our career and real estate and all. So
you're on track.
So we're on track right now. I'm blessed, man. I think everybody should have a plan, and I think that when y'all get in a relationship, y'all should talk about it before y'all actually get serious, because we jump in a relationship so fast, and in 6 months you be so in love, but then another 6 months you don't realize that a year really ain't that long.
It's really not.
And now you locked in with a baby.
It's always good to put everything on the table early. That way, y'all, at least you on the same game plan. Like you always get the game plan.
So did you have a dissertation or like an ending to like some of the stuff that you was writing that you wanted to talk about? Because I want to end this on a cool note.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I just was jotting stuff down. Like, I think we covered it, got a lot out.
All right.
Like, of course, my notes is on the phone that we're using.
We'll get to it next time, man. It was a pleasure, man. This is our first episode.
The first one.
We're going to set it up and get way better. Just bear with us. We're going to get back on track. We're going to have segments. We're going to have people coming through, special guests. We're going emails. We're going to have different things for you for you guys to tune into.
Our Instagram probably be up and running.
Soon. We'll have an email, like you said already. We'll have videos. We're going to try to put videos together and put the podcast out, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, man. This is a different perspective. I think that this is something that's going to be for kids to listen to, males, dads, absent dads, deadbeat dads, mothers, moms that do too much, moms that are just trying to get a male's perspective. I think deadbeat moms, yeah, we're gonna touch on all of those things. So I think this podcast is gonna be well versed on the evolution of being parents or parenting, period. Yeah. So I appreciate you listening to me. This is Blackie Chad,
T-Bark 58, T-Bark.
All right, man. Have a good night. Be safe.
At last, the Apps and Dad podcast with T-Bark and Blackie Chad.